friends, I'm Angel Bhalera. I'm studying in Pudha International School in class 10. Today we are going to see question and answers of an English poem. The name of the poem is Fire and Ice, which is written by Robert Frost. But before watching this video in detail, don't forget to subscribe my channel. So let's start. Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Summary. Fire and Ice is a symbolic poem by Robert Frost, where fire is used as an emotion of desire and ice is used for the emotion of hatred. Frost says that there are two possible ways how the world could end. One is by fire and the other is by ice. It may happen that the core of the earth will get so heated up that it would start a fire and wipe out civilizations, or the temperatures would go so low that life will not be possible to live on the planet, thus freezes everyone to death. The poet compares fire and ice with one's desire and hatred respectively. The poet says that human beings let their emotions rule them, and he would support the ones who are in favor of fire because of what he knows about fiery desires. Then he says that if the world had end twice, ice would be equally competent. He brings out a contrast between ice and hatred. Human insensitivity and hatred has the capacity of inner destruction. Though slowly and steady, it has the same effect that desire has on us. If given to choose between fire and ice would be as competent as fire to destroy the world. If fire would lead to rapid destruction, ice would be silent damage. The poem tells us that our emotions control us, and if we don't stop it, it will lead to utter chaos. Question and answers. Question 1. There are many ideas about how the world will end. Do you think the world will end someday? Have you ever thought what would happen if the sun gets so hot that it bursts or grows colder and colder? The answer is there are definitely many ideas about how the world will end. I do believe that the world will end someday, as anything that has a beginning will have an end. This stands true for the world also. If the sun got so hot that it bursts, the whole of the earth will perish immediately, as no part of the earth can bear the heat of that intensity. But if the sun grew colder and colder, everything will come to an end, as without sunlight, life will end. Question 2. For Frost, what do fire and ice stands for? The answer is, here are some ideas. Fire stands for greed, awareness, lust, conflict, and fury. And ice stands for cruelty, intolerance, rigidity, sensitivity, coldness, indifference, and hatred. Short answer questions. Question 1. What is fire a symbol of? The answer is fire is a symbol of lust and endless desire. Question 2. What is ice a symbol of? The answer is ice is a symbol of hatred. Question 3. What will fire do to the world? The answer is fire will put the world to an end. Question 4. What will the world end in? The answer is the world will end in the fire as well as ice. Question 5. Why does the poet hold with those who favor fire? The answer is the poet holds with those who favor fire because the lust for material things is increasing quickly. Question 6. Why do some people say that the world will end in ice? The answer is they say so because hatred among people is increasing fast. Question 7. Who is the poet of the poem Fire and Ice? The answer is Robert Frost. Question 1. What do you think would be enough to destroy the world? Can fire and ice contribute to it? The answer is our desires and hatred would be enough to destroy the world. According to the poet, fires represent desire and ice represents hatred. Desires like fire spread rapidly and engulf one's whole life. Similarly, hatred fills life with poison. Question 2. What is the underlying idea of the poem Fire and Ice? The answer is the poet equates fire with desire and ice with hatred, both of these growing with enormous speed. If we don't check them from growing, the world will perish. So we must restrain our desires and love our fellow beings. Question 3. Which two ideas about how the world will end have been mentioned in the poem? Which idea does the poet support more? The answer is the two ideas mentioned are that the world will end in fire or in ice. Though the poet thinks both are great for destruction, yet he seems to favor the idea of destruction of the world in a fire a little more than in ice. Question 4. What does fire and ice stand for? And what is the general opinion regards the whole world? The answer is, according to the poet, fire represents desire and ice represents hatred. I do agree with the poet. Desires like fire spread rapidly and engulf one's whole life. Similarly, hatred fills the whole life with poison. It makes one hard-hearted and cruel.